It's a local edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined by Mechan Sahli-Wells. She is a councilwoman in Culver City, just won a landslide victory. I said it, you don't have to her second term. And I have to admit, I am bouncing off the walls because the Expo line is open. I'm wearing an Expo pin. We live near each other. I'm on the LA side of, I guess we'll call it Venice Boulevard, but really a huge change for this city, for the west side of the Los Angeles basin. Tell us about the opening.
The opening was so much fun. Right. It is a smooth ride. I have to give it to Santa Monica. They've done a lot of preparation to be ready for this opening. So they have a lot of pedestrian and bicycle amenities that are all ready to go, including bike share.
And by the way, you biked here.
I did.
Here's your biking gear.
There's the proof.
From the closest Expo line. Yes. Which is not far from here, because we're just on the outside of Culver City today. Yeah. And so what it shows us is that there are many different ways to use the Expo line on the west side, even if you're beyond a mile from, let's say, the closest stop.
Absolutely. We hear a lot of complaints about parking.
Right.
We hear a lot of complaints about traffic. Well, how are you going to solve those problems? By taking cars off the road.
Exactly.
Hello. So I like to do it because I don't like traffic.
Right.
I don't like to be stuck in a car behind other cars.
Right.
I like to be out in my community, exercising, and I like to be part of the solution.
Right.
So I think especially as an elected official, I like to model good behavior and walk the walk.
And both of us have had the good fortune to live in other cities. You were in Paris, I was in DC, I was in Brussels, New York. I mean, we know from cities that have outstanding public transportation. We're getting there. I never thought it would be in our lifetime, my lifetime at least. We're actually getting there. And what I love so much, I admit I'm a partisan, what I love so much about the Expo line, I'm wearing the button, you gave it to me, there's a bike path. Yes. And so even before it opened, my kids and I were riding along the bike path.
Yes.
And that was a benefit.
Absolutely.
You know, that was a great gift to have that bike path along the Expo line.
Yes, absolutely. We're going through a revolutionary moment. And you know what? We have to. The population is increasing. There are more and more cars. Let's talk pollution.
Right.
You know, LA still has the worst air quality in the nation. Yeah. And how are we going to solve that? Well, we've got to change our habits, and these are the solutions. And one other thing, I'm working all the time. I know a lot of people are. If I'm taking Metro, I am answering emails, doing social media, getting a moment to read the newspaper, catch up on, my Twitter feed, and that's it. It's both relaxing, it's productive, and I'm telling you, once you get into it, you become a convert. And I'm so happy we're going in that direction.
Right. I lived in DC for a while, and I would work on the Metro, and it was transformative.
Yeah.
What I love about the Metro too is that there are connections throughout the region. So for example, even before the extension happened, I took the Metro from Culver City to the Pantages Theater. I mean, that would have been an hour and a half on the freeway because it was to see a play with my wife. Instead, it was 45 minutes. I connected in downtown and then went up to Hollywood. I mean, this is...
And the future, they're all going to connect up and connect the dots. So the next 20, 30, 40 years are going to be even better. Yes.
Her name is Mechan Sahli-Wells. She's a councilwoman in Culver City.